Hey gang, how's it going? I figured today I'll drag you guys inside and I'll show you my workout routines that I do pretty much every morning. I've got 2 different days that I do different things, so I'll go ahead and show you that stuff, how I keep in good health, keep my weight down, and keep my strength up so I'm not pulling muscles all the time like I used to. I've got heart rate monitor on. Sometimes I like to just kind of keep an eye on it because there's some of them I do that really gets the old blood pumping and the heart to ticking away. And plus, I can kind of tell you guys where I'm at and when I'm there. But anyway, let's get started. First off, I warm up with shoulder rolls forwards and backwards, and I do 30 of those. So, here we go. There's 30. There's 30. Also, I forgot to mention I kind of shift my butt forward so I can sit here like this and not fall forward. So, next I do arm circles. Same thing, 30 of those. Start out small, palms down. And I get 10, I'll go a little bit bigger, and then the next set of 10 I go bigger. So, I almost need to have my butt forward just a little bit more. So, do the exact same thing in reverse, only I start with big circles and I do palms up. Okay, now the next thing that I do are jacks. I can't do the jumping part, so they're just jacks. I do 30. There's 30. Let's see, I know this thing's lying to me because I know I'm above a pulse at 81. So, anyway, we'll deal with that here in a minute. So the next thing I do is kind of hugs because, well, I use my shoulders so much that they're always tight. So, this helps loosen them up. And you just go a little bit farther. A little bit harder every time. Helps loosen them up. Alright. That feels pretty good. 81. I guarantee you my heart rate's a hell of a lot higher than 81. So, this just may be a failure. But anyway. So, here's 135. That's a little better. Alright, so after all that, now is when I do the stretches. What I do, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but I'll take my fingers and set into my spokes on both sides. And then I'll take my left and pull and put pressure on my right side and tilt my neck. I usually do it for 6 seconds. Which I was talking, so I didn't count. do this one, and you want to get your arm as close to your chin as possible, and if you rotate your palm down, and the farther you go with it, the more of a stretch and pull you're going to get. Typically whenever you do these stretches, you want them to be uncomfortable. If you're not really feeling anything, then you're defeating the purpose, but you don't want it to hurt. It just wants to be uncomfortable. You want to know that you're accomplishing something. So and then I'll take stretch out the back shoulder. And the last one I do is sit all the way upright. I can put my hands behind me and lock, get my arms up over the backrest, and then I just reach for the sky as much as I can. Alright. Also to note, I have water with me so I can keep hydrated. And I've also got this little belt here I think came from the insanity asylum that I used to do. I got sinuses are like settling in my throat. So, right now, I have this thing set on 85 pounds. Whenever I started doing all this, I was at 55 pounds. So, which, truth be told, I don't really remember how long I've been doing it. I didn't track when I started. It's not been like forever than a day ago. It's, I don't know, maybe been 6 months. But yeah, I've been, you know, curling the weight up. I'll get to where I'm doing a bunch of reps, and then I'll finally adjust the weight higher, and then I'll cut the reps down, because I'm not really wanting to build muscle. Obviously I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't have the diet for one either anyway, so, but nonetheless, so here's that belt that I was talking about. Pretty sure this came with the insanity asylum I used to do. I used to do a lot of Beachbody stuff, P90X, all that kind of good stuff. I actually have P90X, P90X2, P90X3, 10-minute trainer, Insanity Asylum. Yeah, I got a few of them. Alright, heart rate is 130. And I'll show you here in a little bit the reason why I have to use this. It's not because I'm afraid of falling out. There's actually one of these I do where I actually picked my butt up off, and it was enough that I would keep sliding forward with every rep. So that kind of becomes no good. Okay, so here we go. First thing is that pull down. You always want to keep focused forward and keep good clean reps. If you start getting sloppy, then you might as well stop. But set a goal you want to hit and go for it. 20 reps. And I actually made these ropes so I could do that. And the ultimate reason behind making those is because keep my body positioned where it's supposed to be. I normally don't do this fully closed, so legs stick to the seat better. But anyway, I made these for two different reasons. Whenever I do shoulder press, obviously that pull down bar has tolerance in it, so it goes up and down. Plus it also removes some of my tension. So by doing that, it keeps it stationary, but it also makes the bows preloaded, so I've got good resistance throughout the whole thing. So now I do wide shoulder press, and you want to have a good clean form. Ultimately, you want to take a breath in whenever you're doing your exercise, and exhale whenever you're drawn back. Alright, there's 15. And something else I will typically try to do, and yeah, if you notice, I use my arms to stabilize myself. But usually pull down stuff, I'll do 20, and then presses and butterflies, I'll do 15 start. The next I do the underhand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I didn't want too many. So, no, that ain't right. No way, I got a pulse of 233. I could believe like 150. Because I've hit 160 something. There we go, 140. That's a little better. A little bit better than 138. Okay. Yeah, next I do close. And I'll let the cables actually rub across my shoulders just to make sure I keep it close. There's 50. Slide them back out. Come back up top. Another close overhand. Okay. Now, I'm right about halfway through We're running 149. I like it. Starting to sweat a little bit already, but I'm halfway through. So, 150. I get a little bit of water because the next two workouts are pretty brutal, and that's where I'll hit the 160 something and 170. So. A little bit of water, not a whole lot. Freaking legs bother me. Okay, so now what I do here is flies, and with 85 pounds, it's yeah, it's pretty crazy. Once I get far enough along, and I want a little more of a challenge, I will actually, instead of coming finger knuckle to knuckle, I will actually go above and under and go a little further. That is brutal. Anyway, here we go. Okay, there's 15. So, now, this is the one where I gotta have this. That's a straight arm pull down. I've also learned, because these things will get to flailing, I take and hook my fingers in them. That helps tremendously. And before, I guess you ask, I didn't buy these. I actually made them. I just took the rope and weaved it back into itself. That's something I learned at my last job. So, anyway, maybe I can go into that some other time. Anyway, here we go. And this one, I can't keep looking forward. You always want to focus and look forward when you're doing exercises, but you can't on this one. So, because I got to use my head as support. Anyway, here we go. Oh my goodness. That is the most punishing of all these that I do. And it took me forever to be able to work up to where I could do that many on the same weight. Yeah. Of course, I'm paralyzed from the sternum down. For those who haven't seen the My Story video, T7. Alright, we're running 152. Not too bad. So, next, I go back to the presses, but come in one notch, and this mimics a diamond push-up, or sometimes it's called heart to heart, however you want to phrase it. But what I do here is I bring them in front of me, and I'll actually take and kind of engage my thumb. It's just so I can, keep everything where I need it to be, because they're going to want to pull apart. So let's lock in my thumb, touch your chest. 15. Slide them back out. Now, for the very last workout of this round, I do 3 rounds, and every round I actually increase the reps by 5. One big reason is because as I have used the bows for this last round, they actually have decreased in tension some. So I increased 5 more reps. That way I feel like I'm still getting the same workout. So this next one's fun if you don't get your arms hooked. But I've determined to get your arm behind the seat back, you can do a curl and not pull yourself out. But you want to make sure you get your arms hooked. I've missed a few times. It ain't pretty. I haven't fell out, but still ain't pretty. So anyway, with curls, because bicep stuff is a more minimum with everything I do, I actually do the same amount as the pull downs. So I start out at 20. So here we go. Oop, see, there we go. Okay, there's my 20. So the very next thing I do is unhook. That way the bows can relax as much as possible. Then I get a drink. I'm running 161, so I think I've earned a drink. Don't you? I did. But you don't want to drink too much. So now what I do is pressure relief, because these things have a decent amount of padding, but you ain't got no padding left in your butt. It never makes out for a good combination. So I do pressure relief. I try to do it for 2 minutes. Yeah, so I used to think this was a good rest for my muscles anyway, because, well, gives me 2 minutes of not really doing anything. But then I got to thinking about it. I was like, you moron. It's not working that way, because I'm probably using about every muscle that I can use to sit here and hold my butt up and keep my balance, to not fall forwards or backwards or even to either side. So I'm probably using every one of them still. But oh well, that was a beautiful thought that I had originally. But like many of my thoughts, it just ain't the truth. Anyway, I've been talking the whole time, I ain't been counting. Okay, starting to shake pretty good, so surely it's been 2 minutes. And if it hasn't been, well, I guess, I don't know. I guess throw down in there in the comments how long I did that, because, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's rock it on to second round. Buckle in. Okay, here we go. Which from this point on, for the rest of the video, because it's the same stuff I've already done, I will speed all this up so you guys can still see it, but you ain't got to watch it in my mode. So, there we go. Yeah, we're still rocking 155. I made 23, but if you don't take a break for a minute, then shoot to hit your goal, that's alright. Or if you wave the white flag and say to heck with it, that's okay too. But I'm not that smart. 2 more. Alright. Man. Okay, so, yeah, we hit 164. It's alright. So now, I keep meaning to look up and see what the maximum heart rate is for my age. So, anyway, what I was saying, yeah, I'm sweating pretty good. What I was saying was, whenever I was running on that treadmill and I'd hit these dead, run as fast as I could for as long as I could, I was getting my heart rate up to like 184, and of course I was 35, 36 years old, and yeah, had a few people yelling at me, it's too high. I didn't die from it. I'm feeling it. I like it. Ooh, 166. Yeah, I'm working it. I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that would yell at me for hitting 166. But I do this every other day, so like I say, I've probably done it for 6 months now, maybe. I really didn't keep track. Maybe I should have. But okay. Pressure relief again. Alright, starting to shake pretty good, so surely I was close to 2 minutes. There you go. Come in on that one. Second round of pressure relief. How long was it? So I'm curious again. Alright, no, I'm still got 160. It's alright. Hell yeah. I like it. Sweating pretty good. It's a good workout. Okay. Round 3. Final round. Alright, here we go. $166 again. One more workout to do, and I can fall off here and die. Normally I have music going also, which offers motivation, distraction. So, yeah, that's something I don't have going today because I'm bringing this to you guys. So there's no music, but that's okay. I'll suffer for you guys. Okay, last one. Heck on. Alright. I think I made it. We're still running at 166. Apparently that's the max speed. 166. So, now that we're done completely, you release those things. Drink. I can't even hold my cup still. Oh my goodness. So, I'll go ahead and tell you this too. I actually bumped up another 5 reps a little sooner than I normally do. I guess call me ignorant. Showing off a little bit, but I usually do 15 or yeah, I'll start out with 20 pull downs, 15 presses, those motions, then I bump up to 5s every round, and after I've done them for about a month, 6 weeks, I'll bump the reps up to where it's 25 to start on the pull downs and 20 on the press stuff. But it's only been 2 weeks that I jumped from 80 to 85 pounds. So going to 20, 25, and 30 was a little soon. But yeah, I call me a show off on that one, I guess. I'm paying for it though. I guarantee I'll pay for it in the morning. That's okay. It's fine. It's worth it. If it's a workout that you hate to start but love to finish, that's the best kind of workout, let me tell you. Okay, so everything's done. I've rehydrated some. I'll do my pressure relief again. Losing it. Oh, losing it again. Nope, I'm dripping. That's how you know it was a good workout too. You start dripping sweat. It's good. I'm still breathing heavy. That was beautiful. Beautiful workout. Okay. I can't take anymore. I gotta fly the white flag. Tapping out. I'm done. So, yeah. From this point, I just roll this thing back up. Which, as far as this thing goes, if somebody ends up getting a BowFlex or they have one, I've showed you how you can use it. Most likely, if you're a wheelchair user, you've got what they call a transfer belt. Shoot, I know I've got one around here somewhere. That thing ain't been touched since I came home from the rehabilitation hospital almost 4 years ago. So, but that would work. Just something that, I mean, maybe it'll just make you feel comfortable that you're locked in. Like I said, I do it on them straight arm pull downs because I was running enough weight that I was picking my butt up off the seat and I was sliding forward with every rep. And yeah, you know, that can become pretty disastrous. So I need to put a stop to that. See, I'm down to 136. So, but from this point, I get into my chair. I do the stretches exactly the same way I did warming up. And then once I finish my stretches, I repack the bands back together so they don't start sagging and lose their resistance. And that's it. Now I'll go from this point and make a protein shake. Make me a protein shake and get that down. And also something else that, you know, things I do to kind of help keep my weight in check and, you know, just kind of be healthy, I guess, is my meals. In the morning, I do a protein shake, like I said, and then some around lunch, kind of like a break or something. I either eat a yogurt cup or I will eat an apple. Sometimes I'll do both if I just really think I'm hungry enough. I will go ahead and eat a yogurt and an apple. But then for lunch or after lunch, if I still feel, you know, kind of hungry or whatnot, then I will from that point either eat a yogurt or an apple, whichever one I didn't eat first time, because it just helps keep my weight in check. And then for supper, I'll eat about a normal supper. Sometimes I eat too much, just because, well, I think I haven't eaten. But unfortunately, it's kind of necessary, because as a paraplegic, or the fact of the matter, anybody in a wheelchair, your ability to, hey, we're still at 131, your ability to burn a lot of calories is kind of minimal. So you run over the BowFlex. Since you have minimal calorie burn, you gotta kind of have a more minimal calorie intake. So, and that's my solution, and it has worked very well. The yogurt is pretty filling, all in all, because of the protein. And apples are fairly filling. You can do bananas. if you're not allergic to peanuts or really close to somebody who's allergic to peanuts. Peanuts are high protein and they're very filling with a lower amount of calories, unless you go getting beer nuts or the major salted, all that kind of jazz. Then yeah, you're kind of defeating the purpose a little bit. But you know, just find something that's not high in calories but pretty filling, high in protein stuff works really well. But that's it. You know, if you have to eat small stuff throughout the day, that way you're not piling in calories, you're slowly intaking them. And I'll get out and, I mean, if you've seen my other videos, then you'll see I'm actually extremely active most all the time anyway. So throughout the day I probably burn a lot more calories than anybody else anyway. Just because of what I do. And like I said, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, check them out. Some of them are amusing, some are entertaining, some just show ignorance I do. Okay, a lot of them just show ignorance I do, but you know, if you're a wheelchair user and you're want to figure out how to do things, or you have a desire to do something and you feel you just can't do it, check out some of my videos. I may have something on there that you've wanted to do and you just haven't figured out, you know, the way to do it. Maybe I can show you something. But if not, maybe you can at least get a good laugh, or sit there and say, man, that guy's a moron. Either which one you do, don't make no out of me. Like I say, if the shoe fits, right? Alright. Ooh, we're back up to 146. Man, them stretches work good too, huh? Alright. Well, on that note, guys, I want to sign off and get out of here. I'm going to go make my shake. Ready to hit the shower, I guess, because I'm going to push the borderline of stinking if I ain't careful, because I'm sweating pretty good. So, with that being said, be sure and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. You learned something from it. Thought this was something that could help somebody else. Share it away. I put this stuff out there to try to help people. Show them ways that things can be done and whatnot. So yeah, subscribe, like it, comment, whatever you feel you need to do, go ahead and do it. Catch you guys later. Hey gang, welcome back to day 2 of my working out. This round I do using bands. I do it all in my chair. Also, yesterday the stuff I done on the BowFlex. Obviously, if you don't have a BowFlex, you can get different accessories with bands that you can use, like in a door, hooks on top of a door, things that you can kind of mimic what I was doing on this BowFlex. But anyway, I start this day the same as I did yesterday on the BowFlex. I do warm up and stretch, and then I'll show you how I set these bands up so I can do the different workouts that I do on it. So, I've got the little heart rate monitor going again today. Well, I won't get near as high as I did yesterday because this isn't as intense, but we still should get pretty good. So, let's get this show on the road. Unfortunately, I'm sure you can see behind me, my workout room sometimes becomes a collect-all room. That's alright. I make do. Now I've got the little punching bag over there. Every once in a while I'll go beat on it just for some extra cardio. Nope. Made my heart rate monitor, man. Quit reading. Yep, there we go. It's detecting again. Tried to forget where it was. Okay. Now, this is kind of the pain in the rear part, which I used to do all this stuff separate. I would set a band in place, do that workout, to then shift and regroup, set another band, and this workout takes about 45 minutes as it is. So by doing all that, I was really dragging it out. So I've came up with a way where I can pretty much set everything up one time and it's done, which is pretty cool. But I think I'm trying to get myself goofed up here. So, first one is this, which I'd gotten in rehabilitation, but I take and throw it down. Under my foot plate, and then I'll just take, but you can use a regular band for this as well. But I just take and tuck it down around the brake and let it hang out right there. Got that one there. And I got these, which after having a blowout on a band, which is this shorter red one, I had to make a repair, but it works. I had determined what the problem was is whenever I do a certain workout, it keeps rubbing on the my hand rim here, and it was just wearing the band out. So after I switched bands, I had to get a new band. The new one, I noticed the rubber was trying to roll up on it here and there, and after staring at it, I finally realized what was going on. So I decided that if I can take and put powder on it, then it cuts down on the friction and it doesn't wear the band. So, wish I'd have found that out sooner, but that's okay. So now here what I've tried to do is I'm up here on this platform, and the reason why is because once I roll back and get these bands pretty close to being centered in the wheel, then whenever I do the row with this green band on the BowFlex, it can't drag me forward. My wheels will be up against this edge. Because before I was doing it, and I was back farther, and my wheelchair would just slide up to the lip on the BowFlex. So, but also by doing this, I can turn my casters backwards, which gets me a little farther back. So, anyway, try to get these bands as even as possible, and then you just roll back until we're on the floor. Those are pretty well centered. So then from this point, take and lock my brake, and try not to get these things too tangled up. Take and hook that one on there. I'm going to bring this one up. Set it right there, kind of around the close guard. Come over here to this side. Do the same thing. Get that one band out of the way. Set the brake. Put that band. Bring this one up. Set it into place. Now, unfortunately, I'm not quite centered. This side's right side's a little bit tighter than the left, but it's not going to be the end of the world. We can live with that. So now this one, what I do is toss it through underneath, and then I'll take and set it. We've got about an inch sticking out of the caster, and I'll take and pick up on the front a little bit and move some of the weight, and I just take and roll it under till it's right about the middle. Of course, I don't know why I brought that up here with me. I'm not ready for that yet. So now I got to come over here to this side, do the same thing, about an inch sticking out. Raise up and move some of the pressure. Drag that thing back up here where it belongs. Of course, I'm a little bit off on this one. They don't have to be perfect. It's just nice to, get them as close as possible. Okay, so now at that point, I take and bring these up, and I just hook them up over the edge of my chair. So now we're finally ready to start doing something. Okay, here we go. So first thing I do, rock the old butt forward. And yeah, you'll know when you don't have your butt forward enough, because you'll start wanting to go forward when you do this. But see, and like I said, they're not quite even, unfortunately. So I want to get a little bit more height out of one side than I am the other, but that's okay. Let me make do with what we got. Alright, there's 15. With these, I don't increase the reps every round. I still do 3 rounds but I don't increase every round because, well, the tension will not change on these. Something else you have to take into consideration, like I just shifted back, because I have more than enough tension on these. If you go back too hard and your front wheels come up just a little bit, you're going to make your bands either pop out or they will lose a lot of tension. So, anyway, let's keep moving. Next, forearm curls. And with these, I try to get enough pressure and hold that gets my butt to start coming up off the cushion. So, there's 15 there. I pretty much do it until I start feeling the burn pretty bad. So it works pretty good, really. And basically what I do, if you didn't see, I'll set my elbow on the corner of the cushion, and like I said, I'll use my bicep and pull up about as much pressure as I can to make it work. And of course I keep losing connection. Now, anyway, so yeah. All right, that's 15 there. So now we go back, sliding the butt forward, easily slide back. All right, got a heart rate of 31. Not too bad at all. Okay, keep moving. So next I'll do wide. There's 12. Normally, about 10 of those, I start feeling it pretty bad, and anything more than 10 actually starts to kind of hurt, so I don't push those to 15. I probably really shouldn't even go to 12, but ignorantly I do, so there you go. Maybe I'll learn from it or just keep going, who knows. Okay, so next, come forward and grab these old bands. I do 20 of these just because I need to, I guess, maybe get a 2x4 and put in between there so I can go farther back, but we'll worry about that later. You know, keep your arms close to your side on this one. There's 20. Wow. Okay. So there, I'll usually lock the handles together. They'll hang out right there just like that. And I'm about halfway through, so I get a little bit of water. Remember what I was saying, don't go back too far or you'll end up making your bands under your front casters come loose. So we will continue on. Next is where these come into play. And do tricep extensions. And I don't do these in the palm of my hand just to get a little extra reach. I lock it up here in my fingers. So now I go to 15. I do a lot of tricep stuff, especially even with pressure release. So, but then next, I'll go to this band, and to get about as much resistance as I can, I creep my hands down, and then I'll take and even do a little bit more. Do that. That gives me just a little bit more tension on it, but it also helps to make sure that the stuff's not going to slide and loosen as it goes. So, here we go. Alright, there was 15. So, we tuck them back down in their home. Sticking things back in there. And we slide the butt back. So, now, this one's pretty brutal too. We do reverse forearm curl, and you're going to notice that I don't get any more of a rise. My, unfortunately, wrist goes down to it, but I'm still getting the quality workout because I feel it. I know it's working. So, anyway, I try to go for 15 of these as well. So, just put as much tension on it as you can do. Yeah, I'm telling you, it works. It works. I can feel it. Okay. Alright, there's 15 on that side. Now, got one last one for this round. So we'll take the butt back forward again. Now, this one is wide. Instead of keeping our arms close, I'll actually rotate and flare my elbows out. So, almost didn't get my butt far enough forward. Oh, there's 20. Stop doing that. Okay, now it's reading the heart rate, it's just not giving me the heart rate. So give that a minute. It's technically break time, pressure relief time anyway, so we'll get a little bit of water. Oh, 122. There, it just popped up. So, there again, let's slide butt back easy, and we'll do pressure relief. That should be somewhere around a minute before I go back to working out and do the rest of this in hyper mode. I can show you a little bit more of a challenging manner of pressure relief. Put your hands up here, and then you can do pressure relief this way. Goes back to the thing yesterday while doing this on the BowFlex. It doesn't allow your muscles to rest because you're utilizing every muscle that you can use to maintain this balance. But the beautiful part of it is by building up some of your strength and doing this, you actually make yourself more stable. You train these muscles to help you keep balance. Before I started doing some of this crazier balance stuff, I was extremely unstable doing a lot of things, and I have noticed that, you know, between the working out that I do and also, you know, doing these kinds of, I had to shift. Nodded my head, thrown me off. By doing this stuff, I actually have more balance on my own, just sitting on the bed and whatnot, and I can, if I do start to go somewhere, if I can react quick enough, I can just make subtle body motions to counteract it. So, yeah, this stuff just really helps all the way around. Like I said, I don't pull muscles anymore. I used to always pull muscle on my left shoulder, getting myself up into my truck. But I always pushed through and done it anyway. And you know, working on different things, I used to pull muscles in my upper shoulders and, you know, upper back. And I've actually done really well, and I've not done anything ignorant like that for a good while. So if you want to try to be more active and do things, and, you know, I mean, if you're leaning into the realm of the things I do, if you go and check out some of my other videos, or you've seen them, you know some of the crazy stuff that I do, and it requires a decent amount of strength to be able to do it. So, all right. Good. Heart rate's hanging at 140. We're doing all right. So, let's bounce on into round two. That ain't no good. That one got tired. Alright, well, I think, yeah, forearm stuff's out off the table right now. So, that's all good. We'll carry on. So, we'll just get that one out of the way too. Regroup. Remember where I'm at and where I'm going, and what I'm doing to do it. There we go. Well, technically, you're only supposed to do pressure relief for 1 minute. When I was in the rehabilitation hospital, they said every 20 minutes do pressure relief for 1 minute. But I'm typically one of these morons that I'll go 2 hours, and I think if I do pressure relief for about 2 minutes, it'll balance out. So far I've been blessed, and I've not ever had any pressure sores. But I think one thing that drastically helps is, back again, if you watch my videos, I'm never completely sitting the same. I'm all the time, you know, leaning or way forward. So I'm not ever, hey, 141. See, you don't get your heart rate up, just do pressure relief like that, balancing. Anyway, so I don't never sit in the same position all the time anyway, and I think that's probably the biggest key. But anyway, let's get this moving into the third and final round. We'll be done. I'll have to look and see if I can repair that band. You bet I'm gonna try. Alright, here we go. 38. Alright. That concludes this fun fest. Pardon me. Breathing too heavy and drinking water. Okay, so from here on, just do pressure relief again. This is for the fun of it. We'll man, stinking sinuses. We'll do this one last time, just to get that little extra work in. So, yeah, I'm starting to sweat pretty good. I'm feeling it. I like it. This one isn't nothing like yesterday's though. It's not one you hate to start and love to finish. You're pretty okay with it starting, but you still love to finish. But it's these two exercises I do is a really good workout. They work good for me anyway. I always push it pretty far and pretty hard, and then I get out and work fairly hard. I got so many things that I'm doing that I should be videoing, and I just haven't had the time because I'm kind of under the gun trying to get stuff done faster, and then editing these videos to put them on there, especially if I do something that takes 5 hours, 8 hours, or freaking 3 days like that dump truck did. Yeah, just takes a lot of time to edit. Something else to add in is here in a few days I'm actually going to be going back to work. I found a place that was crazy enough to hire me. Yeah, not concerned about me being a liability, I guess, and I'm more than okay with all that. I am, because I'm ready to go back to work. So, alright, so anyway, whenever I'm done, I just grab onto these things so I don't have to pick them up off the floor. Roll backwards, and then just drag them through. And then I used to just hang them on the BowFlex, and I had to move them every day because I was either doing a workout that needed them or I needed the BowFlex. So if I just pitch them in the chair over here, that is more than good enough. So it's all kinds of good. So, yeah, I'll have to see what I can do about transferring that wedge over into here after I shove it up through the collar. We'll see if I can make it happen. If not, then we'll just we'll get another band. So, all right, from this point, heart rate's down to 113, but I'll go ahead and do my stretches and finish, be done. Alright, gang, that is it. That is all I've got to show on this. I suppose I probably should be a responsible person and throw out there and say, if you're going to entertain the idea of doing any of these workouts, or anything I've showed you, or if this just motivated you to start working out, them there professionals, they always recommend that you have a doctor's evaluation and approval to make sure that you're healthy enough to do all this kind of stuff, and that I'm not going to cause you some kind of deeper health issue. So make sure you're in a condition to do any of these workouts before you start them. Of course, I didn't, but I don't know how to play things safe, obviously. I mean, anyway, that's all I've got for you. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you the next go around. Be sure to subscribe, like this video. If you got anything to say about it, go ahead and throw it down there in the comments. You got any questions, ask away. But catch you guys later on.